let me go Sage, but they're not letting me. So, you know. I mean, it's scrims, right? So it's the perfect time to try it. And I'm just going to write down the other team name on notepad so I can look at it for reference because I've already forgotten it. I'd like to, use it when I'm speaking about it. Asahi. I'm not quite sure how to say that properly, so I'm going to say Asahi. And if I do more games with these guys, I will ask them at some point.
Choose your agent.
I want to get it right. Zilla not selected again. Oh no, is this one of his famous PC crash moments where he's not going to select? Looks like it. He's done that before, I can tell you now. Oh no! He comes in clutch after the time's already over and selects Killjoy. Okay, so Killjoy on both teams. Omen get on both teams as well. And not a Sova on both teams. Sova and Cypher and Breach. I do love to see Breach. Turbine, when I watched their scrims for the first time, was going off on Breach. And I haven't really seen it too much since then. But I'm excited to see him play it more. Because he's quite a fun character, he's quite strong. He just brings kind of a different dynamic to the game with the stuns and the flashes to get people off angles, and his ult is quite powerful. Good for taking sites. And the fact that they've got a breach ult and the lockdown from Killjoy is going to be really quite nice for, taking sites and after plants. Retakes, all that good stuff. They are going to be starting on CT side. So, there's some good places to put them. Match. Pause time it does go on and then off again. I think somebody may have crashed. Probably Dezilla, to be honest. I don't know how he managed to select after the time and gone by, but no, he did. Right. So what was it? Oh, I've already forgotten. This is why I've got them open in the tab. Oh, it's shift, not control. So like shift 3. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's not very cinematic, is it? Okay then. This is quite nice. I like it. Or maybe this one's only cinematic. When they're like, top mid. I could see that being a thing. Oh, it's different. Okay, okay. I like it. Not quite perfect. I guess if they're not in the right place and it doesn't really work. Okay, so everyone is unpaused and ready to go. I'm wondering what the weapon distribution is. A couple of ghosts, no frenzies, which is something I saw a lot in the NA tournament, and it did work out in some situations. I think frenzies are only good if you can guarantee that you're going to be in a close range engagement. And Lip is taking first kill onto Z right up short area, so that does leave the A side of the map completely open right now, but it looks like might try and go over towards B, which could be the wrong call. Omen is top mid with a flank. I don't know if he shot there and gave himself away. He shouldn't have done. It's a nice flank. Sisma taking Dezilla and Jack going down, preceding those events. Nippers with a triple kill in the round already. Looking for the last player, which is going to be Sonny M. Can't quite find the headshot with that right click to take them down. That was a really clean pistol round, flawless. Nippers ending on a quite substantial amount of HP. He wants to go restart his game, thinking about getting some FPS issues or something like that. Because, he did have an opportune moment to kill some people that were behind him, that he was behind, and completely whiffed. So, we'll blame it on the FPS. And hopefully this isn't another 15-minute tactical pause, which we saw in some of their scrims before, because I don't know. Wasn't very fun. Hopefully he'll be back, and they're probably going to go for like a full eco round with just classics and stuff, maybe see if they can go for a push somewhere. I haven't really seen them do too many like 5-man pushes when they're on an eco round. Have been very successful. So I don't know, I just think there's no reason not to, right? There's a pretty low chance of you winning the round with classics if you just play it default. You've got to do something different. So I would like to see them go for like, I don't know, like a 5-man like mid stack or something, or 5-man A stack or B, just like gamble for something and hope that it works out. And if it doesn't, then you haven't really lost too much because you're already coming into the round kind of on the back foot. And Reyna might actually, oh no, I was going to say she might actually save so she can buy an AWP like third round gun round, but it's going to fall by down to 8. 100. Picking up a lot of SMGs, and it's going to be Rowan, actually. I don't know, I'm not going to say anything because the pause time is still up, but I'm going for quite a lot of SMGs, which is the safe way to go. We have seen some teams go for, you know, 5 ghosts second round just so they can get a nice economy advantage if they win, and then lose tragically. It's obviously not what you would like. It's definitely the safe way to go. It should work out. But at least this time it's not Zilla's Discord updating. Took him like 15 minutes in a different scrim. It's fine, man. Honestly, it's kind of nice to have quite long pauses because, you know, it gives me some time to kind of try and think of stuff to talk about when there's nothing actually going on, which would kind of come in handy at some point, I'm sure. You know, being able to just talk about nothing. And the match timer does come off right now, so we are going to go into the second round. I think it did. Yeah, it did. And it doesn't look like they're going for a really kind of a gamble right here. They are kind of 2 players like chilling around this mid area, but just some pretty basic utility setup. Not really doing anything too spicy. And it looks like Asahi are kind of playing a bit slow into this round. They want to figure out if HollowPoint are going for anything spicy. Because if it is, you know, a 5-man push and they die to it because all 5 people are over that side of the map, and it would not look too well. Z-Right is just kind of jiggle peeking this corner, seeing if he can spot anyone out. Does see someone who falls back, going for a more of a close angle with this classic, which is kind of where it shines in this kind of a situation. Flashes come through and they're going to cross to site. Only side defender of Sonny M going down right now. They shut the door and Omen goes back through. This is a quite nice play that sometimes works out quite well because you don't really expect anyone to be on the outside of this area. Breach does have a flash. Maybe they'll flash into it and get a kill. They are going to go heaven though. And Sinnoh with a really nice lineup, finding 2 with the spray from the Spectre. And it's just Z-Ride. There's not really much hope from him in this round. He might be able to find a kill or 2 onto the low HP targets. Yeah, 1 on Sysma. Won't really be able to save the gun or anything, but you know, a little bit of economy damage is better than nothing, although 5 people survive the first round, 4 people surviving the second one. It's not really going to make too much of a difference if they lose 1 person. It's just going to allow them to buy 1 more rifle and not waste money from dropping the SMGs that they've already got. They're going to have 2 rifles. It does look like they're going to keep the Spectres, which is kind of what most teams tend to go for. They're not the worst guns in the world, and if you kind of play a surprising position, then it can work out quite well. Okay, so Z-Rai with the Odin. This was quite huge in the beta. Spamming this wall, they actually had to adjust this map precisely because it was too easy to spam with Odin off spawn. We see people get aces through that wall with an Odin. And it doesn't work out because no one's there, but they are kind of lurking over towards B, so it might find some effectiveness later on in the round. He's kind of backing away from that particular wall that you can spam, so... You know, I don't really know where the Odin would come in handy in like any other situation. And they are pushing into it right now. And he's not there to spam it or even play for info. Coming up though, this could be huge if he drones it or something. He's got this dart coming up. This could be massive. Odin out. Oh, okay. No, he doesn't get a single one. No, man. That is so sad. Turbine flashing out. Doesn't get anyone because they're all turned away. And okay, I lied. It is going to come in handy in a different situation. He finds 2 kills for himself. Nice recoil control for this weapon. Sysma just taken down, but drap with the trade from behind. Not the cleanest of rounds. You lose 2 people, but is better than nothing. And, you know, you kind of expect them to win that round because they are up against a couple of SMGs. But now, Asahi are going to be on full rifles. That's the kind of value of going for the bonus buy because you're pretty much guaranteed to be able to buy full rifles the next round as well. Even if you lose. And as we see right here, they do in fact exactly that. Turbine is, you know, they do actually have worse weapons. They are with a Guardian, a Bulldog, and an Odin. But I mean, we saw that Odin do some work. So it can't be too bad for him. That spam could have gone so much better. And okay, as I talk about the Guardian, Sonny M takes Sysma out straight through the wall with 1 tap. I could hear that on the opposite side of the map. And I didn't see it. I'll look at some, you know, nice cinematic angles towards mid here. Take advantage of this new system we've got going on. Quite like it. Alarm bot comes through so they know people are pushed up short here. If they're throwing down some cages, looking like they want to go out onto A. Omen with the mid lurk, they are kind of playing safe. He sees ahead, but he's going to be focused away, and with a really nice readjustment finds Turbine. Looks like he's going to be able to get out pretty scot-free. Eri looking to go for a flank, backs off of it in the end. And it still looks like it's going to be this A take. And the M looking for another one-tap here, can't quite find it. Finds Dazilla with his kill of his own on the site. Holding strong and steadfast, but Snow with a double kill. Bomb is down. That flash was a really well placed. Finding Dazilla even out in the kind of open in the middle of the site.
I know exactly where.
Pretty cool. Cypher goes in for an ult, and exactly where Zerai is. He finds a, well, I say better weapon. A more orthodox weapon is perhaps the best term in that. Nice headshot. Unfortunately, you couldn't find anything to follow it up with. And everybody goes down from the side of HollowPoint, finding 3 rounds on the board, and now they can just continue to buy rifles again and again. Whereas HollowPoint, they are kind of a pretty sticky situation. They could go for a force buy here. We see Sonny M kind of hovering the idea of this Phantom. But they're just going to go for some pistols and maybe buy down to around 2-3k so that they can get all they want next round. Full utility. Double headshot through the wall it must have been. That's quite unfortunate. Just clipping it. And it looks like it's going to be a B push from these lower kind of tier weapons. They don't find anyone instantly. And Sisbo with a double spray down. Sonny M finding the kill off the back of it. He's the last player alive with a Spectre, 11 HP. Because of a smoke, but he's got no flash, so he can't really set himself up for any kills. And if he pushes out towards B to get a better weapon, like the Phantom that was dropped, and there's this turret that could, you know, actually take him down on 11 HP, it's quite easy to not see the turret and go down to its first burst. But it does look like he's probably going to go down to 0 here. Yeah, a pretty easy kill for him. Only with his knife out, not really expecting that peek. There wasn't really too much he could do anyway. There was no real point to saving the Spectre, so he's just trying to go for a play. Didn't work out, we move on. It's not the end of the world. What is the end of the world, though? Turbine is not finding the effectiveness on Breach that I have seen and know he can do. Currently 0-5-0, which, you know, very early into the game. It's not really what you want to see. You want to see your Breach with at least some assists, knowing that he's setting up those flash kills for his teammates, and it's just not really happening at this point in the game. Hopefully that can change later on. Like they're going to go for a bit of a peek over towards A. Doesn't find anything. Sonny M with quite a nice up and forward position here, so that if they do come through here, he'll be in a pretty good situation to at least get one kill and maybe TP out with that Shrouded Steps, is it? From the shadows, same thing. I think Shrouded Steps is his TP. Yeah, it is. Looks like all going to come from A short here. Alarm bot is going to maybe go off. The turret sees a few people, and there's a lot of noise coming out from these players right now, so it's going to be pretty obvious where they're going. They are pretty surrounded. They're coming in from this one location on the map. Sonny M might be able to stop the bomb plant right now. Doesn't, and actually goes down to Sino. He doesn't find anything off that push. That is really unfortunate. Drought finding 1 kill, maybe 2. Turbine finally getting his first kill on the board, and Dazilla cleaning it up. There's only 1 player left alive right now, which is Cypher, and he doesn't really have anything to go on here. Got a Vandal. They don't know where he is, but now they do. He's found 1. He's got a camera up, but he's on that camera, and Drap somehow doesn't find that kill. Recon Dart comes through. He's on 7 bullets left, so he's going to go for the reload. Reload comes through, and that shock dart might find him. It doesn't, but it's going to be 0. With the Odin coming through and finding a kill. And that looks like, you know, that really could have definitely gone in Suno's favour. It's just, you know, unfortunate that was 4 people. He didn't really have the HP. And he had to peek into the people defusing the bomb. But, you know, in another world where the bomb wasn't, you know, it wasn't even planted from as well. So I don't even think he had real much of a chance. Really much of a chance. But some nice headshots from him. Nonetheless, you know, they can go to frag movie or something. We can pretend, just fade it to black and pretend he actually won the round, you know. I've seen some people do that in montages. It looks like they're going to go for a fast Blade Storm takeover towards A. Flash comes through, but doesn't actually get anyone. Does it look like Jet was... not Jet, Killjoy was, you know, had full vision. She was finding the shots quite perfectly. And Drap unfortunately missed it. That right click is pretty unreliable sometimes. It's funny, I'm again going to go for this aggressive position. Which I would probably check if I were Asahi right now, because, you know, he was in there last round. Going to be Little's finding a kill mid. He does get one for his troubles, and if he smokes it off, he will be able to TP out with the Shrouded Steps and not have to use the ult. Doesn't get the angle, but, you know, that's a bait, and Killjoy now thinks, right, he's already out there, there's no chance I'm going to spray him through the smoke. I'm just going to rotate over towards B, where my teammates are currently planting the bomb. But there is a lockdown available. There is a Rolling Thunder available. TP comes through, Turbine hears it. Gets the info. It's been cancelled. Lockdown comes through. Play for after plant. They do know where it's from, so they're going to be able to spam it and destroy it. And now they know that Killjoy is over there. So they know there's only 2 people on the site right now, and their own lockdown comes through. And Rolling Thunder as well. They really want this round secured. They're going to hit everyone on the site. They're going to be stunned out, and they know Killjoy is not on the bomb site. They're going to be able to go for the stick right now, and Luke isn't even going to go for it. No real chance. 1v4. Oh, never mind, actually. Nobody shot... What? Nobody shot the nano swarms? Okay, right. They get the defuse. Fair enough, right? But nobody shot the nano swarms? That was something people were doing when Killjoy first came out. And as soon as they made it more visible, people were just shooting them out, but they didn't. Okay, I find 2 kills for absolute free, so that's going to boost their economy a little bit. And they might be able to squeeze about here. Yeah, they can drop 2 weapons over to Lippers and Sisma. So they've just gone, you know, what, 5 rounds in a row being able to buy full rifles. If they do lose this one, though, they are going to be in a worse situation they've been previously. They haven't been doing too shabby previously. And with that dart coming through towards B, you can be pretty confident there's no one at least going for the fast take over towards B. No aggression coming through, though, and Dazilla is alone on this A side of the map. He has got some kills over here before for himself. We'll see if he can do it again. Hammer comes through, gets some info. Empress is popped. Asahi's side. The swarm grenades comes through to block off the push. But they push straight through it anyway. Dazilla finding 2 Sonny M with the backup from Heaven. Finding them, they take down the camera, so no info for the enemy Cypher. And they do have bomb on site with the other 2 teammates completely locked out. And that was really nice from Dazilla. He didn't even get shot at. I mean, he might have got shot at, but... No, he didn't even get shot at. The man with a really nice position. Sonny M actually going for a peek there. And Sisma finding 2 off the back of that. There was really no need. They already had the bomb on the site, completely locked down. And that gives a body for Cypher to ult. So now they know where the last 3 people are. They have no ults available on the side of HollowPoint. And they're just relying on their raw aim right now. Killjoy, not even any utility left. Blade Storm comes through. Doesn't find anything. Drap is good for that kill. Finding some damage onto each other here in that little engagement. No one going down with 14 seconds left. They break the camera. It doesn't look like
10 seconds left.
Bruno has really anything to go off in this round. We've seen some pretty clutch situations from him previously. I don't think he's going to be pulling out any shenanigans right now. The round is over, and Turbine might even find the kill if he goes a little bit quicker. A little bit quicker, he does. That's pretty good. Because that 1 weapon saved might have allowed them to buy in this round again. It looks like they're going to go for buying this round anyway. Even though they've lost 3 in a row. This is the power of economy, right? They got a bomb plant 3 rounds in a row. They did run out of time, but him going down also means he actually gets the money. Or did he? I don't know. He might have died after time. I'm not sure quite how that works in this game. I'll have to look into it. They have full rifles again. Some light armor on Rowan, but it's not really the end of the world, right? Still has a weapon that can one-shot at range. Interesting to see as well, like 3 Phantoms on the side of HollowPoint, 5 Vandals on the side of Asahi. You know? Just Sisma actually finding first kill around onto Sonny through that smoke. Dash comes through, and they're looking for this mid control here, feeling like they can do something with it. Bomb going over towards the A side of the map, kind of. I don't know what this mid control is going to do from Sisma, not checking his corners. Doesn't get It doesn't get Turbine a double kill, but he finds one, and a trade in there is pretty much the best you can ask for. Drap finds a kill onto Luke, who was revealed by Sovadar. And they should at least be aware that there is the possibility of more people being in mid. They are holding it quite passively, which I like. There's no reason to go back in and look for more kills. You are down to 3 people. Rowan looking for the head there, doesn't quite see it. And shuts the door, so now he doesn't even need to worry about the angle. Drap has got top mid. Spam might have been able to find someone there, but yeah, timing wasn't quite right. Looks like they're going to lurk over towards A. Alarm bot is triggered, so they're aware of this. The turret comes out. Well, not quite. He's trying to place it down, fumbling a little bit there. And Dizelle, if he goes through right now, that could be quite bad for him. Flash comes through. He doesn't go out. Door gets shut. And Omen is still on the side of it, so they're not going to really have to worry about anyone being gardens. They're going to check it, obviously, as you should. Break the door. And if they can find these 2 players on site again, they should be able to shut Sinnoh off and just defuse like they did in the round prior. Let's just come through for his team. And they're stalling for time really quite well. Drap manages to get out of the door and find Rowan. 2 kills in return. It is going to be Sova left alive with the Odin. Goes down with the Classic, and he doesn't really have a chance. Sinnoh just wide peeking that angle at a really kind of off position. Finds him. And yeah, I don't know. If he had a rifle there, then maybe he would have been able to, like, proactively peek with his team. I don't know if you can really do that with an Odin, because it's kind of not really the best weapon. It's like a... not a one-shot headshot, obviously. And I don't know, I feel like he was kind of playing back, because he didn't really have the best weapon for that kind of long-range peek. And I don't know. It has been effective in the game, though. I give it to him. Not quite sure how sustainable it is. They are going for a kind of a light buy here, although it's a little bit confused because Zerai has bought pretty much fully. The utility comes out. Looks like it's going to be a fast mid take here. And can I use this cool camera? Kind of, not really. Maybe this one would be better a little bit. And it gives us an overview. Sismo with a pick through the smoke right now. Pushes straight out behind one and finds 2. Make that 3 with the Classic. And that was a really nice play from him. Dashing out and all aggressive and up in people's faces. Nobody knew where he was. And he was just shooting people in the back. The communication there a little bit fuzzled. Because, you know, everyone was outmade at 5 people, pulling out where everyone was. You know, it can get a bit hectic. They didn't really communicate clearly that Jet was kind of behind people, taking them all out. Now they have Bladestone available. Just to see if they're going to pop this round or kind of save it for like a low buy, which, you know, it can be quite effective in a low buy round as it does have that range potential. Zerai is looking like he might go for a push here, droning out, make sure he's safe. Turret is there. They're going to be able to take it out. It does give Asahi information, and he actually takes down that tripwire with the drone as well, which is, you know, a little bit of something that you weren't really expecting. There's no way Drap misses that shot. He does find it. Bladestone comes out. He's looking for the pick over the top of this, but finds it as well. This man is feeling himself today. He does have another updraft, but is he aware that Omen is sneaked through? It doesn't really matter. They'll be able to get the B site, yeah, but they won't find any kills off of it. Zerai finding a kill over towards mid with a flank that they pulled in through B main. Now if they get B, it's not the end of the world, because they're in a 4v2 retake with lockdown available. And another Rolling Thunder on this breach. They hear the bombs start to get planted. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is Rowan in this advanced spot. If he manages to get Killjoy before she places lockdown, it could be pretty bad. Or if he flanks toward mid and takes it out, I'm assuming they're going to use it, maybe not. He might just have a really nice position. But Flash is going to come out, which is going to bait out his position. And he could have done so much more there. I would have liked to see him play more sneakily. I mean, it might not have worked, but it could have done. In the end, they managed to get the retake with only one of their players going down. Pick up an ult. And they're looking pretty happy for that round. They didn't have to use any ults for it. They've got them for the next round and the round after. Well, no, the next round. This round is the last round. The second to last round of the half.
Last round before the switch.
And they just want to secure it with these ults. Rolling Thunder, Lockdown, really good ults for playing for time, playing for retakes, playing for pretty much anything.
Thanks.
Even from the shadows from Omen is pretty huge. And we haven't actually seen, I don't think, a Hunter's Fury come out from Sova yet. That could also be really good in destroying Luke's lockdown. You know, if they can figure out where it is, which is, you know, pretty obvious from the map. You might be able to take it down with that, which would come in and, you know, quite handy if you can do so. Early Blade Storm comes through. Like I said, they only have a revolver, so, you know, this is obviously the last round of the half as well, so there's no other situation you would really use it. Not really playing fast with it as I would have expected with the Blade Storm. They're just kind of lurking, waiting for some hits. TP to heaven. They're not going to be able to see anyone either, so he's going to stick with it. The Killjoy comes through with a lockdown. Hunter's Fury comes out to take it down. Not quite sure if he's going to manage to do so. Does not. Oh, he does! Nice. With that one last final shot, they have the Rolling Thunder coming out. And I get a nice cinematic camera here from this. Defender Killjoy comes through with another lockdown, and this site is going to be blown open by all these ults. We're finding a kill with Blade Storm, managed to get back into heaven. Drap with a close range shot onto Lippers, and they know where this jet is. They should know where Cypher is kind of lurking on site. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. Oh, he was in lockdown. Yeah, of course. He couldn't use any of his abilities or anything because of the lockdown coming through clutch into that round. Hitting two people, and a fuse just comes straight through in front of their enemy team. I like it. A little teabag at the end onto the Reyna. You know, it's all fun in games. You know, the BM, I rate it. Bomb's been left in spawn. I don't want to bring it up. Someone's going to go back for it, obviously. But I have spectated some games where the bomb's been left in spawn and it's lost peaceful around. You know, you wouldn't really expect it, right? It happens, even when the players in question are around Immortal level. And it was quite embarrassing, to be honest. It's probably the worst way to lose the round, just forgetting that you don't have the bomb and everyone's sat on the bomb site like, plant guys, plant. Why is no one planting? It's chilling in spawn. Speaking of this buy though, everyone from HollowPoint does have classic with some light armor, looking for maybe a fast take towards one side of the map. Lippers is going to have a flank on. I think by the time HollowPoint get towards this B area of the map, it's not really going to be too much of an issue. Going to be able to take down this door pretty quickly. Killjoy going in first. They do have the site completely open. Turns away though, without fully clearing the angle. That's going to be Rowan finding a kill. He is quite low though, so it goes down to Zerai. And they are up 3-1 right now. Drap with a really nice light towards this mid area. And finds Lippers as well. Although Lippers is going to be on full HP, so that overheal, if they can just stall for time with this recon dart and stuff, then it might be quite good for me. He seems to be kind of aware where this breach is. He's not really peeking it properly. Hits them though. Hits them with the stun. That was pretty huge. Fault line coming through and making it so Lippers can't really take effect of having, you know, double the armor possibility in the pistol round. Obviously, you can only buy light armor in pistol round maximum. You start with 800. And having 50 is pretty huge. It allows you to survive a ghost shot to the head and a little bit extra, which is always nice. But, you know, fault line coming through. You can't fault that fault line from Turbine. A really quick one. Nasty hits them. They find the kill. They're not as clean as the other pistol round of the game, where 5 people survived. It's better than nothing, and they are going to go for a safe buy in the second round. Bulldog coming through as well. They really want this round. Rifle looks like the first fight might be over here towards A. Just get tagged down a little bit. Feels confident in getting the orb though. Is still revealed from the start, and Zero was actually there to back him up, so it wasn't the most dangerous play in the world. And it looks like these teams are kind of playing mid a little bit passively. They're kind of leaving it open per se, but still kind of keeping an eye on it. Seems to be working quite well. Zilla finding first kill around with that Bulldog. Looking for more. Oh, 5 HP, managed to get around the corner and is safe for now. Might get spammed through the smoke, and the turret could take him down quite quickly. He gets through without getting spammed down. Sonny with a kill with Stinger. Make that 2 and Zerai with a third. No, just chilling around here with this classic. Can't really do much into this. Might have been able to take down Breach. He's on about 10 HP, but it is not to be. He was already starting to run away from there. He didn't really have much to save, but, you know, there's no point giving the enemy kills when you don't need to. And now it looks like HollowPoint aren't even going to buy back, like, full weapons. They want to make sure they've got enough money if they lose this round to buy again next time. And I think that's the play, you know. You don't want to... They don't even have enough money to full buy Vandals, full armor, even if they drop these guns they've currently got. They're just playing it quite safe, you know. Picking up the orb so Bladestorm is available. He's going to use it. I think this is a pretty good call using it in this round. I mean, come on, man. You can't fail that KZA. He doesn't fail it again. Taking use of the floaty bit from his jump. Quite a nice angle there to peek. Doesn't quite see anyone. Oh, a really nice flick onto Silo, finding that shot with a right click. Turning around, taking down Sisma. Sees Omen TP, but doesn't turn around for it. Does, in fact, misses the right click because Rowan ducked it. That was some pretty MLG stuff from Rowan right there. He just ducked a jet right click from Bladestorm. What? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was pure skill and he intended to do it, because that was pretty nut. Flipper's finding a kill towards Gardens onto Turbine. The bomb hasn't gone down yet, so they can play with all the time in the world. Tazilla just wide peeking Lippers through the smokes, there. I can't speak. Wide peeking through the smoke and finding a head. He's going to peek out, find another head, doesn't get a kill for it. He's traded, and Luke can't quite find. One right click onto Luke would have done that with the classic, but he can't quite get it. Bringing this around to a closure. Is it going to be 8-7? With only one person surviving, neither of the teams have the best money right now. So I actually think HollowPoint still have the advantage here, because the weapon by Asahi isn't going to be good. They're not going to have full armor, they're not going to have full utility, whatever it is. They're not going to have full of it. And they're actually still in a better situation right now. They're still one round up. They've got the better guns. They've got all the utility they could want. They've got the better armor.
Here.
And they're lacking to take this round. I want to watch Sova. Where's Sova? Right. What's this keybind for following a...
Take flight.
F. Right, okay. I'm waiting for this for Zerai to throw out a recon dart, because I want to see what this follow projectile thing's like. He doesn't have it up yet. I'm going to switch back to him in a few seconds. Drap just free pushes up towards this this gardens area. Little does he know that Sisma is right around the corner. This gun model might actually block him from seeing the Emberny Jet, but they make noise, but Drap is good for that kill. Really quick readjustment. Oh, I missed it, unfortunately. But, you know, I was close enough. It looked a little bit strange. Not quite as clean as maybe the one in CS, but instead Lipper's finding 2 kills on Snow with one for himself. Leaving Sonny M in his 1v3, but he can isolate these 1v1s right now. He doesn't quite know that there's someone going to flank him up on short. He might be able to get back onto the site, shut the door, and find the timing if he can lurk back into this into the A default. No, he goes towards the site, finds 1 kill, does readjust to where Lippers is. Can't find the kill, man. That was so close. He could have definitely done something there. Maybe if he'd gone back and played the bomb, I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to speculate on what he could have done, because he didn't do it. And it didn't turn out that way. But it was definitely doable for him. Unfortunate. And money is not looking too hot right now. They're going to have a few people on sheriffs. Looking like they might be half buying, but some guys are full buying. They're just kind of figuring it out right now and knowing what they want to do. They're going to come back into this because they do know actually have a pretty bad buy, all things considered. They won 2 rounds in a row with the defuse, but that obviously means that HollowPoint planted twice, so they get the money bonus for it. And yeah, actually not really too clean of a half buy. It's not really a coordinated buy at all. Some people on 100, 600, some people around that 2k mark. Lippers is looking for initial fight, finds one, and he's ready to challenge this. He does have that orb available if he wants to use it to what is it? Dismiss. I was going to say something else like that. Killjoy comes through with the lockdown. Lippers again finding another kill. Trap and Dazilla finding some of their own. And they are with a player advantage right now. But Lippers, there's no end to this man's aggression. Keeps pushing through. The drone comes out, doesn't tag him. He's got Empress available. I don't think he's going to use this. He peeks into Drap, who finally shuts him down. And now they have the info of where Solo is. He's going to ult to get the info as well. He's going to try spam through the wall. Looks like the bomb might go planted, but it could be a fake. It is going to be, but actually, he reads this and he plays very safe. I think Zerai might have the timing here, to be honest, if continues this push. Dark comes through. He does not get tagged by it, so this should alert Zerai that he's pushing up. He's close, and Zerai finds the headshot. That was really nice. Really nice dart there, meaning there was only one location that they could be. Just the balls on that guy to know that he had time to plant the bomb and still peek and find the headshot is pretty nuts. Really nice clutch from him. One of the first actual successful clutches we've seen so far. In this game, anyway. Now their buy is looking quite good. They do have drop on Shorty with nothing else. Does have Blade Storm available, so he's not looking too bad into this round. He doesn't really need his teammates to drop him like Bulldog or anything, as he's feeling pretty confident. If he doesn't get a kill with his Blade Storm, then he's not likely going to do very much else. He's just banking on getting it. Jumping through mid right now, doesn't find the heads of anyone. Oh, one tap onto Lippers. Nice. Hunter's Fury comes through, finds some tags, doesn't look up to short. That right click was not quick enough. You could have found loot right there, but not quite. The Hunter's... Oh, I've completely forgotten it. I was on the name of it. Oh, Hunter's Fury. I'm just forgetting everything today. I'm not feeling too good, I guess. Oh no! No, it's Sisby. He ran out of ammo on the Stinger. The range just wasn't quite there. Oh man. I'm so sorry we caught that, bro. I'm not going to lie, Turbine finding 2 kills onto Rowan and Luke. Leaving Cypher again in a clutch situation with a Frenzy. These angles are a little bit too long for him to find any kills, but they're not actually looking at him. If they push him right now, they are going to be able to maybe do something, but no. Alt line goes through, and he's not going to be able to one-tap Turbine quick enough. And they find round. I was saying, the Hunter's Fury kind of baited out his own teammate there, forcing Drop to push more aggressively than he really would have liked to. He actually goes down for it, but he only had a shorty, so it wasn't like he was giving the opposition a weapon upgrade. It's not really the end of the world. And they get the round drop. His top fragging, as I would expect to see. This man is pretty damn good. He likes to get into these aggressive positions with an AWP, which we haven't seen him do too much this round, as there hasn't really been enough money for them to buy it yet. In it a little bit, and he finds some nice kills, but I want to see him use it more. It's just quite a nice weapon to see people kill with, because it's just different to the rest of the gunplay. Again, with this aggression over towards B, doesn't find anything. He's going to back up this time, kind of. I don't know. This man is really aggressive. It's been working out for him, so why not keep going for it? No reason not to. This is a very strange off angle. He isn't going to get hit by the fault line, and he might re-aggress into this after the flash comes through. No, he's going to back away, play for his team. No reason to like push there when he didn't have to. And this B split is going to come through with only 2 people on it, and they're going to completely surround it. Luke finding a kill, but Drap finding the trade. 2 for 2 right now. And they are going to fully rotate over towards A, which is completely open. Cypher does still have a camera. Let's see if ZY throws out some shock darts here. Oh, he is. Oh, he isn't. Oh, he's just baiting me out. I want to see this new hollow projectile system, but I can't. Yeah, Cypher has a cam, so he might be able to get a little bit of info of where people are on the map. Just tag Omen. But, you know, at the end of the day, quite simple to just figure out where people are anyway. When comes through, he's revealed. Wide peeks through, which is the correct thing to do in that situation. Doesn't find any kills. No coming out. He's just looking to jump down and take ZY out. Shooting the heads, you know, with 3 kills. That was quite unfortunate. I feel like the timing there of shooting after he had landed shouldn't quite have given him the kill, but it does nonetheless. And they find a 9th round for themselves. Love this game. Nice and close, nice and even. These guys are pretty evenly matched in terms of skill, which is always nice to see. In the tournament I was casting on, what was it, Sunday, there was a lot of 13-0s, which, you know, it is kind of fun to see 30-0s sometimes, but, you know, like once in a blue moon. The rest of the time I would prefer to see nice close games. Cheeky camera spot from this Cypher. I don't know if that's inside something. Can I follow this projectile? No, I can't. Not classed as a projectile, so I can't follow it as he places it, unfortunately. But again, Lipez looking like he might want to do something here. He does have Empress available, and this is like the perfect tool to get aggressive with. You can turn invisible if you get a kill. Permanent health, well, not permanent health regen. Health regen if you get a kill. He just plays really well to what this guy's strengths seem to be. He isn't going to go for it. Plays back again. He's also really good for just holding a site, because if you can find 1 kill, rotate around whilst being invisible, find another one. ZY trading onto Sisma, who did just take down Drap. Sure, that is going to make HollowPoint kind of want to go towards this A side of the map. They seem to be kind of lacking over there. Zilla doesn't want to go through A main with the bomb by himself. Sonny finding a kill onto Rowan. And that does mean they want to go out to the site. They do know that Cypher might be around here somewhere. They are going to flash out to mid. He goes out with a flash in hand. Luckily enough, he got back around the corner and was able to find that kill. Otherwise, he would have looked pretty stupid dying with a flash in his hands. They shut the door and he sneaks through, but Luke reads him like an open book, taking him down, and he charges lockdown off the back of that. If they can cut off the site exit, then Turbine is going to be pretty much out of this round. He's got to go aggressive like now, or he is going to be screwed. He runs away, not checking his corners. You don't really expect anyone to be there. There was someone there. 0 players detained, which is pretty good. So that means, although that means that Asahi actually know where everybody is, a really nice lineup coming here. Oh, this is some utility usage and a half. There's no chance these guys are going to be able to defuse the bomb. Shock Dart comes through. He's going to take down Luke, and some nice usage off the follow camera right there. Nice. I finally got to use it. Worked out. A little bit strange though. I feel like the kind of angle of watching the projectile is a little bit wrong. I'd like to see it kind of more like to behind and up, like third person of when you're like driving cars in FPS games, not FPS games, first person games. You know what I mean? Like not just straight above. I feel as though that angle is just a little bit strange. But that's some really nice utility usage and pretty huge. Some nice site defense. This is the power of Sova and Killjoy. And a bomb plant lineup, I guess. I wonder if they have the same type of thing over towards B, which looks like they are going to go towards B right now. Work in this mid area as well. Drap has been kind of 50-50 on this pick towards short. Is going to clear the angle a little bit off of an off angle for Sinnoh, but he finds the headshot anyway. And I would say you just leave this man on his own. You go towards B, leave this man to just create distractions. A little bit of spam comes through onto Sisma. I think you might have heard a sound cue. Drone comes through. Might have actually seen him, so they might know he's here. Flashes come through as well. Just check his corners again, man. What is it with people and not checking corners, I swear. Unfortunate. Sisma does get a Phantom for his troubles. Fault line comes through. Isn't going to find any kills for that. And Sonny M in a pretty nice position to find some of the low HP targets. He is going to find this mid player. He should. Lipez just... No, he doesn't. He turns around. Oh, Sonny, that is so unfortunate. My man on the door is going to get broken. Sisma goes down, dropping down onto the site by himself, and it is just Rain left alive. And they do know where he is. He is because they just killed their teammate. Call comes through, and D-Right going back for his post-plant lineups. Kill Dart comes through, and Lipez is not moving quick enough. I feel like he has absolutely no chance, especially with his overheal running out 33 HP. There is absolutely zero chance this man defuses. Not one. He dies to the first shock charge. Huge. These lineups, man. What can you do about it? You need to get on it with full HP. 2 people and rotate out to half. I don't know. How are you going to deal with that? You've got to push through to him. He's quite far back, so by the time you get there, he's kind of too far gone.
Need a drop.
Quite powerful. Maybe just take him out early in the round, but he's been playing relatively safe, and he has been alive in both the situations where those lineups have been useful. But they clearly know what they want to do, and they've been executing it pretty much to perfection. And that does find them the 12th round on the board, which is one away from winning. And they are going to switch up and go over towards B, at least it looks like off the back of how they started this round. Sisma has Bladestorm available, but again, lockdown and
Get out of my way. You should run.
I've got Breach ult again. Oh man, my memory is terrible. Luke gets hit by it. Bladestorm comes through. Might find some stun targets. Instead used on the turret. Luke is going to run out. He peeks out to try and find a kill. But the smoke comes through. Sees the jet jump up. But he's reloading so he can't get it in time. And is going to come through. They have no ults available for this defense. They use them all to take the bomb site, and nobody's watching this left side of the bomb site. So Luke is going to walk through, find 1 kill, not 2. Turbine with a spray down, and they do. He has lineups for B. They're not even on the bomb though, and he uses both of them. He doesn't have Hunter's Fury available to stop the defuse, so he's going to have to rush back in right now because he waited way too long. And Sisma finds a well-placed headshot He didn't wait too long, sorry. He didn't wait long enough. He needed to wait until he heard the sound of the bomb being packed. To be honest, I don't even know if he would have heard it from all the way back there. And, you know, if he had Fun Hunter's Fury available, he might have been able to pull something out of the bag. Fortunately, he did not. But to be honest, he is only 1 point away from charging it, so if he can find a kill, get the bomb down or something, then, you know, if they get the bomb down, then it's pretty much fully secured as long as Zerai stays alive, because they've got these lineups pretty much down to a T. Yeah, this is what the scrims are for, practicing the timings for them. And this is what he's doing, it seems. Working quite well. They are going to be on a little bit of a scuffed buy right now, kind of half ecoing, ready to buy next round. Fault line comes through, hits his own teammate. Flashes come through, they need to check this corner, they didn't check this corner again! Oh, did they not? No, I've been actually TP'd out. Okay, so it doesn't matter they didn't check the corner because he didn't actually stay there. Rowan finds one kill, but goes down straight away. Sonny M, Zilla finding another kill with the Seraph headshot. And thing time is I should have switched to Sisma because he just finds three kills with a spray down from the Vandal. Man, I'm stumbling over my words left, right, and centre today. I don't know what it is. Needs to be fixed though. It's not good. I think my mouth's just a little bit dry. I need to get water after this screw. Or some more water actually. I just ran out. That was my last gulp. Unfortunately. I think this is the right call. Maybe going back towards this A side of the map. These lineups did seem to work better and they got the site more often. And with Hunter's Fury available if the bomb goes down, like I said, chances of them defusing if Zerai is alive are pretty minimal. Lineup for this reveal dart. Gonna go and follow projectile here. This is very kind of freehand. I like the kind of lineups for this Sova reveals. They're very freehand and quite difficult. Comes through. I don't know if that would really get you too much info, to be honest. Grab is coming through with the smoke, trying to find a kill through the door. Location revealed from the spy cam, and Cypher has played this angle quite often, so they might know he's here. He's going to rush through. Cypher's on his camera, so he should find his kill. He does. Sisma, though, with the trade towards Heaven, does have blades to him out, and he is peeking towards Zerai. Zerai really needs to stay alive, and he does. Bomb goes down in the correct spot, almost. Go down pretty freely now. No, it can't. People in the door. Turbine, that was huge. Finding the kill onto Lippers, bringing it down into a 2v1. And giving his team a real chance in this round. If he'd went down there without killing anyone, that would have been pretty bad.
Spike planted.
Spike goes down, and now Zerai is back here. 2 shock darts, Hunter's Fury available. Omen just needs to play for a bit of time, or just find the kill himself. Hunter's Fury comes through at the end of the game. A little bit of BM, and that was a really fun game to watch. Probably one of the first I've actually watched in quite a while. Well, not quite a while, but watched in general.